The sun was just a sliver on the horizon, the desert air cold and sharp. Abraham pulled his cloak tighter, feeling the weight of the day ahead. He glanced at Isaac, sleeping peacefully. So young, so loved. The land around them was vast and silent. Only the wind whispered ancient secrets. As dawn touched the peaks, they began to walk, their footsteps the only sound. Isaac walked with youthful energy, unaware of the burden his father carried. Abraham watched him, love and pain mingling in his eyes. Each step was a silent prayer. The day had only begun, but its weight was already immense, and so father and son walked on into the first light of a heavy day. Abraham's heart was torn between love and faith. Isaac was his only son, the promised one, the joy of his old age. God's command now threatened everything he cherished. How could love and faith coexist in this moment? Memories of Isaac's laughter and first steps haunted him. He had waited so long for this child. Now joy felt distant. God's voice, once comforting, now brought turmoil and fear. Abraham's faith had carried him through famine, wandering, and doubt. But this test was different. It demanded everything. What is trust, he wondered? Is it easy belief or holding on in darkness? He knew the answer. Trust was this walk, this silence, this willingness to obey, even when it felt impossible, even when it meant the unthinkable. Abraham's vow was silent but unbreakable. He would trust, even as his heart broke. The journey was a crucible, forging faith in the fire of sacrifice. Each step was a surrender, a silent promise to obey, and so he walked on, heart heavy but resolute. In the quiet of night, God's voice came, clear, unmistakable. "Abraham," he answered, "here I am." The command shattered his peace. "Take your son Isaac, whom you love, and offer him as a burnt offering." Each word struck like a hammer. Abraham did not argue. His faith, forged in trials, held him steady. He rose before dawn, saddled his donkey, and woke Isaac. The journey began in silence, obedience his only answer. He moved forward, trusting in the God he could not understand. The journey to Moriah had begun. 3 days of walking, 3 days of silence and sun. Abraham's thoughts tangled, love, faith, fear. Isaac, full of life, noticed birds and rocks, unaware of the shadow over them. Abraham's quiet pain grew with every innocent word. Isaac trusted his father completely, walking beside him, confident and unknowing. On the 3rd day the mountain appeared. Abraham stopped, told his servants to wait. "We will go up and worship and then return," he said. Was it hope or desperate prayer? As they climbed, Isaac spoke. "Father?" "Yes, my son," Abraham replied, voice trembling. "The fire and wood are here, but where is the lamb?" Abraham's heart twisted at the question he dreaded. He looked at Isaac, sorrow in his eyes. "God himself will provide the lamb, my son." The words were both comfort and plea. They climbed together, the truth unspoken between them. Isaac's innocence shone, making the burden heavier. The mountain awaited, silent and foreboding. They reached the place God had shown. The air was thin, the silence deep. Abraham built the altar, stone by heavy stone. Isaac watched, puzzled but trusting. The wood was arranged, the fire prepared, rituals familiar but this time unbearable. Abraham's hands trembled as he reached for the ropes. He bound Isaac gently. The boy did not resist. Confusion and fear flickered in Isaac's eyes. Abraham lifted his son onto the altar, tears streaming down his face. Isaac lay there, vulnerable, a lamb for the offering. Abraham's heart shattered, love and faith colliding. The silence was absolute, the moment unbearable. Every movement was agony, every breath a struggle. Abraham's faith demanded the unthinkable. The altar was ready, the sacrifice prepared. Isaac's trust was unwavering, even in fear. Abraham's tears fell, mingling with the dust. The test had reached its peak. The world held its breath. Abraham stood over Isaac, knife in hand, heart pounding. Isaac's eyes were wide. Fear, trust, acceptance. Abraham's love screamed for mercy, but faith steeled his resolve. He raised the knife, sunlight flashing on the blade. The command echoed, "Offer him." His mind was empty, his heart breaking. This was the ultimate test, God or his son. A single tear traced Abraham's cheek. He took a shuddering breath, arm tensed to strike. The moment of sacrifice had come. Obedience demanded everything. Abraham's faith was absolute, even in agony. The knife hovered, the world silent. Time seemed to stop. The choice was made. Faith, in its most terrible form, was about to be fulfilled. Suddenly a voice, "Abraham, Abraham!" pierced the silence. He froze, knife raised, heart racing. The angel called from heaven, "Do not lay your hand on the boy. Now I know you fear God, not withholding your son." Relief crashed over Abraham. He lowered the knife, hands shaking. He unbound Isaac, embracing him tightly. No words needed. Then Abraham saw a ram caught in a thicket. God had provided just as he promised. The ram was offered in Isaac's place, a symbol of mercy and redemption. Father and son descended the mountain, changed forever. The fear was gone, replaced by awe and hope. Their bond, forged in trial, was unbreakable. Faith was not easy, but it brought unexpected blessings. Even in darkness there is hope. There is redemption. Trust endures.